This is the Art Marketing Minute with Eric Rhoads, author of the Amazon best-selling book, Make More Money Selling Your Art. In the Marketing Minute, we answer your questions to help your art career. Brought to you by artmarketing.com, the place to go to learn more about marketing. Now, here's your host, Art Magazine publisher, Eric Rhoads.
Thank you, Jim Kipping, and thank you for joining us today. I am here. My goal is to eliminate the idea of the starving artist. So let's get right to today's questions. Here's a question from Sam in South Dakota. Actually has two questions. Sam says, I'm considering selling my prints of my work. What are the best practices in selling my prints? Well, I think the print market is a great way to multiply yourself and get money out of something you've already painted. First, you want to make sure that you reserve all the rights in case the painting was sold. You want to make it legally known that you own the reproduction rights. This is a copyright discussion you have with your attorney. Secondly, the print market has a little bit of a stigma, less so these days, but some galleries don't want to carry artists who sell prints. Others see the value and want to sell prints. So you got to kind of work that out. If you have a gallery, you got to figure it out with them. You can have different kinds of prints. Of course, you can have a canvas print called a giclée. You can have a print on paper, and there's a lot of different variations. You can offer it framed, unframed, etc. But of course, if you don't have a gallery, you don't need to discuss that. You just sell it on your website. A lot of artists do it, and a lot of them make a little bit of money. Some of them make a lot of money. And you probably want to do limited editions to make them a little bit more special, signed limited editions, numbered. I think the old stigma is going away, but you do want to make sure that you don't flood the market. You want to make sure that if you do have a gallery that they're on board. The other thing is you might license your paintings. There are companies who sell prints and give you a commission. They do a lot of volume, so your commission won't be as high, but they will sell thousands, and you'll probably get a decent check, and your work will be out there. That's pretty cool, too. Sam had another question. He says, I'm giving away my artwork for art auction fundraisers. Is this a good idea? I think it's a great idea, Sam, but I think you need to have strings. Now, you may have a charity that you really, really love, you really want to help, and you don't want to have any strings. That's okay. But I would do, 6 or 8 charity auctions a year, maybe more in your local town, because charity auctions tend to attract who? Affluent customers. And who do you want? Affluent customers. So you can brand yourself very well with these things. So I'm all for helping a charity, but you may want to consider what you can get in return for the investment you're making. So I have an in-depth piece about this on my blog at artmarketing.com, and I talk a lot about it in my Art Marketing in a Box product. But here's the essence of it. You can kind of say to them, look, I'll give you this $3,000 painting, but in order to do so, I need something in return, because typically a painting isn't tax deductible for value. I can only deduct my materials. That may have changed. Check that with your bookkeeper or accountant. But you say, look, I'm willing to donate this painting for you, but in exchange, would you be willing to make the painting a featured item on your marketing for your mailers and your website, using my image of the painting, my name, the name of the painting? Will you mention my name on stage as a major donor, or introduce me publicly in front of everybody, do something special? Will you share the names with me of all the people you marketed to, so that I can follow up with them and maybe send them my newsletter or something? Of course, I would get your approval on anything I send. And I, of course, need a ticket for 2 to the event, and that special introduction on stage. And also, I'd like to get a list of all the people that bid on my piece, so I can, of course, approach them about other paintings on an ongoing basis. And again, I'll be tasteful about it. But first off, a $3,000 gift is usually a pretty substantial gift, or a painting is considered a premium. And most charity auctions don't have a lot of premiums. Sometimes they do. So look for a way to get premium recognition, maybe some signage, maybe a big sign next to your thing with your picture on it. So that's the kind of thing you want to try and do. And I do this when I do charity auctions. Whenever possible. Once in a while, I'll donate one to somebody I really like and don't need all of that, but that's just a good way to get a little more out of it. Well, this has been the Art Marketing Minute with me, Eric Rhoads. My goal in life is to eliminate the idea of the starving artist and to help your dreams actually come true. So if you want to submit questions, simply email eric@artmarketing.com. And to learn more about marketing ideas, you can visit artmarketing.com. Thanks for listening.